You need to network. I'm like, it's hard.
It made me really mad.
Oh, so you just got a job at a bank, so he's doing pretty good. He likes
Bank
it.
is nice and stable.
And it's slow, so he'll be good.
My mom's an accountant, and sometimes she used to encourage me to like do something delicate. I was like, I can't even look at a spreadsheet. No. But she also was the one to like teach me art and everything a lot growing up. But her parents didn't let her pursue it, so she wanted to let me pursue it. But then look at her; she had great jobs all after college. I did not.
No, I remember I wanted to be an engineer. I had an engineering class in high school. I did not like it. It was just not for me. I had to make like a 3D shape. I couldn't even do that. I was like,
Yeah, I really like the 3D versus the 2D to me, just because 2D,
yeah,
I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me.
yeah. No, I took a engineering class in high school. I didn't like it. I started looking and I realized that I wanted to go into business. And that's what I decided to do. But now I'm like, I don't know what to do now. But I feel like I'm just go learning along the way. I feel like in business you have to start from the bottom and just grow yourself up. So
And you can go so many different ways, like you just gotta let it take you wherever it goes.
yeah. It's like I can literally find a job as a receptionist and that would take me somewhere, you know? So I'm like, sometimes I stress about it, but then I have to remind myself, like, it's okay.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I get like really upset sometimes because I'm like, damn, I got no job, no prospects. Like, what am I doing all day? I take a nap every day after lunch. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? But then I'm like, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Ooh. Yay! He slipped.
That's what I do! I score!
Who scored it? You said he scored it? I thought it was him.
No, it was someone.
The goalkeeper slipped though over there. Saw him. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we got the degree. That's what matters.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
done. I did my part. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really want or need to do much else except for my job.
Yeah.
But then that has no timeline.
I feel like with a job, it's gonna get there regardless.
Oh yeah.
You know? It's not like college that you had like a,
Go, go, go.
yeah, like, oh, by this time you have to do this, by this time you have to do that. It's not like that anymore.
I do like making my own schedule too. So for mine, like I want to be like a product designer, whether it's UI UX design for apps and websites or it's physical products first. And I want to do that for at least 3 to 5 years, and then I want to move into project managing, specifically for these design projects. So I feel like I'm good at like timelines, and then I didn't even know, but I was making Gantt charts and stuff for my projects before I even knew what that was, because I showed my brother and he was like, fucking Gantt chart. I'm like,
I don't even know what that is.
it's like one of the very like classic and basic project management ways to do schedule and like how you tasks on a calendar. So like the range of time for each of it, and it like stacks and goes like this. So I was doing that before, and they were like, "Oh, that's good," and I was like, "That's good,"
Yeah.
and they make twice as much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, really now?"
Yeah.
So hopefully I get to that one, but I need to figure out what project management license I want.
Yeah.
Because the type of it does depend on like.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So much water.
It's a splash zone, bro.
Oh, Parsa.
I missed it. Don't tell them I missed it.
Go, Johnny!
I think it was a very fast one, so.
Okay, good.
I was over here focused on Dom, and then when I look up, he was just over there.
Yeah, it just went all the way over there.
I think how long have y'all been dating?
4 years. Some years. How about you?
Okay. 2. We're about to make 3 in December.
Aww. Wait, how'd you guys meet?
In his store.
Oh,
Yeah. I started working there because you know how COVID happened?
Uh-huh.
He was online during that time.
Oh, okay.
But then he was gonna leave, so they needed to hire someone. So that's when I went in. But he left. So at that point, we didn't meet each other or anything. And then he came back for a Thanksgiving break, and then that's when everything happened. It was very fast though.
No, for us too. We met, and then like within a month later, we started talking. We were gonna go to prom together, so there was that like school day won't day thing. And then 2 weeks of talking, and we started dating. So like we saw each other every day for like 2 weeks, and then just
So for us, he came in Thanksgiving. That's where everything like happened. Then by Christmas we were already dating, and then he had to leave. So like the beginning of our relationship, it was just long distance the whole time. Ever since we started dating, it's been long distance. This is like the first time that we're together, and sometimes I don't know,
like
I
what
don't
to
know what to do.
You're like, this is weird. You're supposed to be like so far away right now.
Yeah. And so whenever he would come, I would see him every day. Because we work at the same place. So he was there the whole day. I would like do my shift and leave. And so we would spend a lot of time back then. And I feel like now we don't spend as much time, but it's because of that. But I'm like, at least now I have him here. It's not like that anymore.
You don't have to drive so far to go see each other.
Well, he was the one that came over here because my parents are very strict, so I was never allowed. The only time I would go was for Valentine's. During Valentine's Day, every Valentine's I would go over there. But I would go fly, like in a plane.
Oh, okay.
Just like, I would go leave really early in the morning, like at 7 in the morning, and then I would come back at like 9. But I mean, it works out. Like, if we survive that, then...
Yeah, honestly, long distance is a breeze.
Yeah.
The only time we've had to do something like that was when I went on a study abroad. When I went for a month only.
Yeah.
Not even like a whole semester. And this is when he was playing the league last year, actually.
Yeah.
During the month of June. So I was completely gone that whole time. And he's like, Lily, I'm going crazy. And I was just like, I could see that he's tweaking all the time.
Yeah.
And we were on different time zones. Like I was 6 hours ahead, and already I always wake up before him, and
Oh yeah.
so it kind of worked out because when I would wake up, he would wake up.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Ooh.
Oh. Dom keeps slipping.
Now he felt the water from that.
Oh yeah. Long distance is very
Take the
hard.
ball, bro. His ass.
I did it once with my ex-boyfriend.
Take the ball and take it
And
around
then
the
I'll
line,
ask.
bro. But
Yeah.
stay away from here.
You have to be really strong and have a lot of communication and a lot of
It's hard to get
trust.
traction. I got no feet.
Feel like-
Good. Hey, bro, you going too
I just
fast,
lost
bro.
feelings.
Slow down.
The
You
second
gonna
he
get
left, I
past
was
him
like-
regardless. Get your traction first, then run.
Because my ex and I only dated for
You
like
see, just like that.
2 months, and then he moved to London
Oh.
for an internship.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then I was mad because he was just bitching about being in London the whole time. I'm like, why are you complaining? You're living in London rent free.
Yeah.
Because he lived with his uncle up there.
Yeah.
At an internship his uncle got him. And so I'm like, like, shut
Yeah.
up. Like,
Yeah.
so it made me really like frustrated with him. And I was doing like my junior year of high school, so I was just like on a different wavelength. And then coincidentally I went there for Thanksgiving break, so I broke up with him in person. But honestly, I should have done it beforehand
Yeah.
instead of waiting to do it in person, because it made it like a lot more sad and like harder
Yeah.
for both of us.
No, for us, we would talk every day. We would find ways to like still like interact with each other. Like whenever it was like our month anniversary, we would always cook with each other, or we would go get ice cream together and like just eat it on FaceTime. And then we would watch movies at night. We would like start watching shows, and every night we knew that it was time for us to like sit down and just watch a movie together.
That's really
So it was like little things that made it work, but I would miss him a lot. Like especially during the summer. Every time he left during the summer, I would cry. It was just like it was so hard to like let him go. And even now, I feel like in my mind, I feel like he's still leaving. So I'm like, I have to wait till like August to like realize that he's going.
yeah, my fingers good for him. It's because I'm here.
She's a good luck charm.
Yeah.
He knows he can't miss it.
He knows best.
But when he does miss, I also don't see it. Right? Actually, no, I felt that last game. I had missed the one that he saved, and I saw the one that he missed.
I hate when they just kick it over there because then I have to like.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, so the pickleball league that I play, we play it at this guy's house because he has a court built into his backyard. Like he built it on the land that he has.
Oh, okay.
So it's really cool, and he's real serious about it. It just has money to just throw at it. And so he has cameras set up and like his own light posts and everything.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. And he has cameras live stream it every night. So whenever we play League, there's a live stream going, and then I've played tournaments there before, and they live stream that. And I'm like, do people actually watch? And then people text me, and they're like, just saw you play, like, good job. I was like, y'all actually watch that? He goes live like almost every night.
Yeah.
Just like showing who's
That's
playing
cool.
games and stuff. And then he's like, the camera doesn't lie, so
Yeah.
I'll ball out and it's shaky and you want to see the footage, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Do they do like repetitions? Like, cause in like soccer, if they score, they do a repetition, right? Is it like that?
What's a repetition?
Like basically like you go back to see what happened.
Oh, okay.
Like let's say they scored, they put the footage back to how they were about to score and what happened.
Okay, yeah. We don't actually look at it until after the match. Because we try to do it on like sportsmanship and just like trust the word of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes though. Yeah, I saw that one. Good job, Parsa.
Go!
And what is pickleball? Because I don't know.
Oh.
I've never seen pickleball.
It's like a mix between ping pong and tennis.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of it.
Yeah. But I used to play tennis in high school, or for like most of my life. But it's too hard to keep up with, and like if I don't play for a few weeks, I'm like dog shit.
Yeah.
But pickleball, I cannot play for like 6 months, and I come back and I'm so pretty good.
Yeah.
And there's a big community. It's really social, and low key, I've been networking through it.
Oh, that's good.
It's like, okay, think about it. If they're out there playing pickleball after work, they have a pretty nice job.
Yeah.
Or like if they're out there in the morning or whatever, like working from home, they have a pretty nice job. So I talk to them, tell them what I'm doing, because they're always interested. They're like, oh, you just graduated, like, what are you doing? And then they're like, oh, I may know somebody at blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, tell me more, tell me more.
That's good then.
And so it's just really fun. And it's easy. And then I can play with my friends too, because you don't have to be like you don't have to train for it.
Hey, Bobby! There you go, Colin.
Get it, Johnny! Good job, Johnny.
They said they were gonna be bad because of this. I think they need to have this more often.
I think they're playing better. The other teams are playing better.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny when that ball just stopped right there. It just stayed still.
That's what I'm telling you. Like it doesn't bounce because of the mud and the water. It's actually easier for them.
There's a lot of starting and stopping in soccer.
He got into med school, right?
Oh, not yet. He has another year of undergrad,
Oh, okay.
and then he'll apply.
Oh, okay. Where's he going though? Is he going here or outside?
He's going wherever he gets into.
Yeah.
And I told him, I don't like wherever you go is wherever you get into, just go.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about us. Don't worry about anything else. Like, we'll figure that out. But you need to follow where that takes
Yeah.
you. And then for me too, with jobs and stuff, it's like I kind of have more choices. But you know, if I get my dream job and it's somewhere else, it's somewhere else.
Yeah. It's like opportunities. You just gotta take it when they come.
And we've talked about it, and it sucks because it's more real now because we've always talked about it. And it's like, yeah, like when the time comes, we'll be ready. And then literally last week we were like, that's so sad. Like we don't want to talk about it.
Here you go, Dom. Here you go, Dom. Keep going, Dom.
What the fuck?
Dang.
Into the street.
That was in the street.
Okay, that was just a little fun.
If we go with the fence, I'm not that tall. I'm short. It's behind that outhouse. It's behind the outhouse.
I thought it was Colin though.
Once again.
Who's getting the ball? Did they get it already?
I have.
Come on,
I don't think anyone's getting it.
I'm not going.
like right by the fence though, so.
Yeah.
Then I dragged it down.
The last game where they played over there, I thought they were gonna win.
I make your dad.
I thought so too. They were doing well. The surprise goal that was on that side. I was like,
Let's go.
I'm like, there's nothing Carson could have done about that.
Yeah.
Like, it was just out of nowhere.
I mean, it wasn't even his fault.
It was not. It was like a really good play from the other side. But then I was like, it's just because we kept missing, like missing the goal. I was like, guys,
It was three easy shots that could have gone in.
literally Fernanda and I were just like, I can't look.
Give me a hand.
Person, I love Mad. Mad was like top of my courses. Like I had every math class that I would take, I would get an A. And that's why I got into business, because I thought it was going to be a lot of math. But no, it's a lot of history. You know, it's like, oh no, all of this history.
A lot of talking,
If I
a lot of memorization,
Yeah.
skills.
It
I
was
do like
just,
math.
when I got into business, I was surprised. 'Cause I thought that it was math. No. So that's where I kind of learned how to like get my way through things, to like just do good. But I've always been good in school, so I never really had a problem with that. I was just never into sports, which I regret, because I feel like sometimes I feel like I want to have a hobby.
Yeah. I like picking up sports, but I've never really played anything but tennis until now. And pickleball is just an extension of tennis, so
Yeah.
it kind of doesn't count. But even when I go play with my friends, I like to play golf, basketball, volleyball, all that stuff. It's like really fun because it's so social. And I like moving around and stuff. The school, I mean, we went to Clemens, and so it was super competitive. And so the only time people would hang out would be to go fucking study together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I studied a lot. But was it good? But I like that it's a hobby, so I can come back to it.
Yeah, when I started therapy, one of the things that I struggled with was like telling her like my hobbies, because I didn't really have any. And so that was the really hard part. And then my therapist, she was like, you need to find a hobby. I was like,
Do you like artsy stuff?
I like, not really. I like baking. That I
Oh,
found
yeah.
I found that to be one of my hobbies. Ooh.
Yeah, good job, Parsa.
Yeah.
I used to bake a lot in middle school, and I gained a lot of weight because I gained like, I think like, well, I was like a heavier girl when I was younger because I had really bad eating habits. I would overeat so much.
Yeah.
And then when I started baking, my parents weren't really sweet people, and so I would eat most of it. Whatever I would bake.
Yeah.
And I had more fun just making it, but then I would end up eating all of it. And so when I got into high school, I stopped because I didn't have time, and literally it just shed off of me, and I was like, oh, I was the problem for myself. I was self-sabotaging myself.
Yeah.
And also I was just unhealthy because there's so much processed sugar. But I love baking, and I still do. I just end up giving away most of it because
Me too.
I can't make myself eat it.
I'm the opposite, right? Well, most of the time when I bake, I don't even end up eating the stuff I make. I don't even know how it tastes, and then people tell me it tastes really good, and I'm like, oh, that's good because I didn't taste it. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not a really sweets fan, but I like doing it because it's fun.
I like it more than cooking for sure too. It feels like cuter. I don't know.
And I want to expand into it. Like, I want to do something else with it. And my parents tell me to get like a course of like a baking like courses so that I can like learn more. But I don't know. Just like, I don't want my hobby to turn into stress.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep it as a hobby.
You can make it for like your friends, or like start doing it for people's like events and stuff.
Yeah, I make it for Isai. So he loves sweets. So I make a lot of my stuff for him or my family. Whenever there's Thanksgiving, I do pies. Or like, I've done cake pops for selling and stuff like that. But
What's your favorite thing that you've baked before?
right now, I did banana bread not long ago. Oh my god, it was so good.
I have been using the same recipe since I was like a kid, but I've changed it to make it like my own recipe.
Yeah.
And it's just how like my family likes it. So we like it more moist, more like kind of like a cake instead of bread. And then I like to make the edges really sweet, but then the inside not that sweet.
Yeah.
So that you still have that sweetness factor, but it's not throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
But I love banana bread. And I started doing muffins instead of the bread too, just so that it's easier to take with you on the go. You don't have to like cut pieces and put it in a bag or whatever.
I tried it when I was barely beginning, and it was hard as a rock. But now I feel like I perfectioned it. And I add nuts to it because I really like the nut, like the crunchy stuff. So I added that, and it was really good. And it was really moist, which I liked.
That's what I like about it too, is that it's also not a flavor you get tired of. And because the bananas are so sweet, you don't need like frosting or like a glaze or like anything on it. It just already tastes so good.
Yeah, I made it for my family because it was like a test run kind of, and then I gave Isai some, and he was like, I need that, and then the next day I made some for him, just like for him and his family, and I took it to them, and then they were like, this is so good, and I was like, that's good.
I get nervous too because his family doesn't really like sweets as well, and so when I make stuff, I want to give them some, but then I'm like, I give them like the smallest bit for each of them because I don't want it to just sit out there. But you know, he says him and his brother don't really like sweets, but they'll still eat all of whatever I give them. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll just give y'all like 6 portions, like 2 for each of the brothers and then 2 for the parents.
Yeah. No, when I was working with his dad, me and his dad, we were close because we would talk a lot because
Parsa.
I would spend most of my day and I would see him most of my day. So his dad loves sweets, so whenever I would make like cheesecake, he was the first one to grab some. And yeah, it was just been, whenever I do something, I always think of his dad because like his dad loves sweets.
My favorite thing that I used to make, and not even favorite, just like it was the one thing I tried so hard to perfect, was macarons, and those were so fucking hard to make.
They're hard to make.
I made them right one time and I never made them again because I was just like, I did it once.
I've never tried it, but I've seen how they do it because I like watching the baking shows and I like how they do it. and it
love
looks so
watching
easy.
that. Do you mean like the reality TV baking?
Yeah,
ones?
like
Me too.
yeah, like everything that's reality show that they're gonna win something at the end, I watch.
Okay, so have you watched? It's not a baking one. It's like a cooking one. Have you watched Next Level Chef?
No, but I watch one it's in Spanish though. But it's like a lot of like artists just go and like cook, like it's like Top Chef VIP or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But in Spanish. I know there's one in English, so I watch that.
I
But-
love those shows. It's so fun to see everybody cooking and just like what they come up with and stuff. The baking ones I like too because they put a lot more effort into like the decoration of it, and it's like it's a show. I can't really tell you if it tastes
Yeah.
good, but I can tell you if it looks good.
Yeah.
And I used to really like Cake Boss when I was younger.
No, I get really like stressed out whenever I'm watching, and I'm like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. And it's like, what would I know better? But then sometimes I'm like, now why would you put that in buttercream?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it just feels stupid to me. But then I'm like, in that moment, I for sure would not have been able to do better.
Yeah. I used to watch Nailed It. Did you ever watch it? Nailed It. It's like a baking show, but I feel like they're not experts though.
Yes, I actually did watch it a few times, I think.
Yeah, and they
but I
have
didn't
to
watch
make
the
like
whole
a replica of something, and they always
Yes.
come out so bad.
thing.
It is so funny. And then in my mind, I'm like, I would do it this way. And then you start like,
You start thinking, well,
Yeah.
I would have done a ganache instead,
Yeah.
but to each their own, I guess.
yeah,
There was one show where they do blown glass, and it's called Blown Away, and they do like an artist show and stuff, and it's so good, and I like it because it's kind of like close to like my field and stuff,
Yeah.
so it's really interesting. But it's so intense, and they only have like 6 hours to make like a huge glass sculpture, and I'm like, is that enough time?
Yeah.
Like, that shit sounds insane, you know?
Yeah. I used to watch Sugar Rush.
I watched
yeah.
that too.
And then the Great British Baking Show.
Yes.
I watched that one.
I used to watch on like when we had like cable TV. There's a show by Alton Brown, and I loved his videos because he would be kind of scientific about it. And he's like, okay, so the reason you put the flour in is because it does this to this, but it was like really easy explanations
Yeah.
with like visuals. So when I was a kid, I liked it because he taught me like why you do things in
Yeah.
cooking. I feel like that helped a lot because before that I was just like, okay, why would we fix it? And then my mom, when she realized I liked it, I went to like an after-school cooking class for like a year or two, and we would make something new every class, and they would give us the recipe to take home, and I had a binder full, like
Yeah.
this big, but they taught us how to bake, how to make pasta from scratch, and just like how to like do every technique and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But I told Parsa about that like last year. He's like, I've never heard this part of your lore. And I was like, oh, I never brought it up. He's like, what the fuck? But then I was like, okay, what about you? And he used to go to like, he learned how to play pool, like, not professionally, but like, he had an actual like training on how to play pool. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But why?
Yeah.
It was just super niche.
Yeah.
But I liked that class. It was really cool to learn, and I was like in like 5th grade, I think. So I learned how to use their little kid knives to do all the little things.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely want to do a lot more stuff, but then ingredients are so expensive. I'm like, to like buy everything that you need.
I kind of like baking too, though, because you use all the same ingredients
Yeah.
for everything.
Because
Cooking.
everything requires sugar, eggs.
Use, reuse.
Yeah. So you can literally buy a big pack of sugar and then it's gonna last you.
Forever.
Yeah.
When I moved out, my roommate and I, we both like baking. And so we bought like everything we bought in the smaller size because we were only there for like 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
And then we only bought like flour, sugar, like the baking stuff bigger because we were like, we're going to use it a lot. And she had this like workplace competition because she worked there part-time before going full-time after graduating. She had an internship there, so during the school year she worked there part-time. So they had like a baking competition, and it was like cupcakes. And so she made these delicious, like beautiful, like white cake cupcakes where they were so like even and just like perfect. And then she
Yeah.
made the frosting, and she's like, "Can you just frost them for me?" Because scared me. I
know.
Because she just didn't have a steady of a hand. So I
Yeah.
frosted them for her, and she won, I think. and we were just like, nice. And then they gave her like a gift card, and she's like, "This is for both of us." And they're like expensive, and it was like really cute.
Because you have to have a steady hand to like do it.
It's kind of my whole major thing.
Like
It's
the next
very
thing
hands-on.
I want to do is like the sponge cake.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to do that.
I like those. They're so yummy. I like Madeleines. Have you made them or had them?
No,
Oh
I've
my
had
God.
them. I've had them. I've had that. Yeah.
Making them is so fun. So when I was in college, one of the first times I went to go hang out with new people, I went to this girl's apartment and she made us fucking madeleines, like after making us dinner. And she just really liked to cook. This was back when she wanted to be like a chef and stuff. And
Yeah.
so she made us dinner, and while we were just like talking afterwards, she made it in, like 10 minutes and then brought them out, and we were like, are these freshly baked madeleines? And she was just like, yeah, here's the lemon ones and here's the regular ones.
Yeah.
So good. So now I just need to get the little pan, or I've seen other ones where they're not the
Yeah.
classic shape, they're like different ones, but I'm like, they're gonna be so cute and good. Actually, I want to make some tomorrow. I think I'm gonna make something tomorrow. I
Yeah.
have bananas too, so I could make banana bread or Madeline.
Yeah, the last thing I made was banana bread. But now I want to try the muffins. Now that you told me,
They're
I feel like the muffins are gonna be better.
Because if you like nuts on it too, it's like a personal amount that you can put on them. Because sometimes they sink too much when you make the loaf of them, or for me, they get near the bottom and stuff, which I don't like.
And like you know how nuts are very dry, so they can also make your bread dry.
Yeah, they
If
soak
you-
up that
yeah.
moisture. Do you like matcha?
Yeah, I like it.
I made matcha brownies before, and they were so good. If you like them, you should try it. It's like with white chocolate and stuff. Oh, are they gonna fight?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think there's a fall.
Cars is doing his bitch pose.
Oh, it's a penalty
For who?
for the team. So
what?
Parsa's gonna take it.
Oh shit. I
Oh.
can't even see him.
Yeah, it's a penalty. Oh my god. If they make it, it's gonna be tied.
I literally can't even see him.
Yeah, you can't even see it.
There he is.
Oh my god. Oh, he almost caught it though.
He was moving in the right direction. Okay, that's fine. We just have to score another one now.
The last time he blocked one, remember?
Yeah, that was
We
really
were,
good.
yeah, we were on the right track. He was doing his job, and then I don't know.
I don't get how people work. I don't get how people work and don't how do you wear it? If I didn't start with my favorite this one.
What happened?
I definitely don't.
Did they score?
Oh my god. I think they did. Oh wait, no, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
It rolled off the back of it.
They clapped. I was like, no.
I saw it like go down and stop,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Dang.
thank God he missed.
I think it's out. Do you like watching the games?
I do, but then I'm just like, what are y'all doing sometimes? Or I don't know what all the penalties and like every time he blows the whistle, I have no idea why he's blowing the whistle and then what they're doing after that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to understand sometimes. But sometimes the ref also does it like for no reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
just cause?
I mean, sometimes it's just he feels like at this point it's racism against them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Good save.
That was so close. Parsons doing good though.
He is. He's doing his job. And they're doing good defense around him too to
Yeah.
not put him in a bad position. I guess it's
What?
just different for me because I'm used to like tennis and pickleball, volleyball. Like they're all kind of scored the same way or very similar in how much referees
Yeah.
are involved. And in tennis, at least, we never had line judges or referees or
Yeah.
anything unless like absolutely necessary, and you would have to request it. But if you requested it, it was seen as like a sign of disrespect because they're saying like, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
So it usually didn't happen where we had to listen to anyone else. It was just like just who's on the court.
Yeah.
Or I guess it was very structured where there's not a lot of different ways that the game could go. I feel like soccer could be.
Well, I mean, for professional soccer, they have one ref on the field, and then they have one in each. I kind of have to know.
My dad and my brothers all play tennis too. Didn't really stray.
And then I played soccer in middle school, but it was a really bad team. We would always lose 8-0. So
My tennis team in high school was like district champs every year, and so kind of on the